The sad truth of Wizards of the Coast LGS business model is that it is built on your hopes, your dreams, your money, your time, your body, and that it is either doomed to fail. The LGS model is either doomed to fail or continue to leave wreckage of failed hopes, failed dreams, failed businesses in its wake. Welcome in, much love, Trev here. Something needs to be said. Once you see something, you cannot unsee it. And I like Wizards of the Coast. I think they're smart, very, very cunning and savvy at business, as we will discuss. I love Magic the Gathering. I want it to succeed. I love you guys. I want your LGSs to succeed. I want your businesses to succeed. But there's just a certain truth that needs to be discussed about what actually happens to LGSs, how high the fail rate is, why that's exactly what we would expect, and why you're going to be talked into doing it regardless. So in order to understand this, we need to take a walk back through history. So come back with me to 1993, when Magic the Gathering, hot new product, comes onto the scene. 1993 is before 94, 95, when consumer internet starts to take off. So Magic the Gathering, this hot new product, is being marketed and distributed in a pre-internet time. So small company, Wizards of the Coast, they have this new product that is so much fun. It's so unique, so new. They know everyone's gonna play it, everyone's gonna love it, if only they can see it first. So they need to get it out to people. They need to distribute it. They can go to conventions like Gen Con to demo it and promo it, and that's great, but they actually need to get it into stores. So how are they going to do that? Well, at the time, they decided, let's pitch it to these hobby stores, these hobby shops that are selling models, they're selling Dungeons and Dragons, they're selling comic books, and it works out great. It works out great for everyone. The hobby shops have a hot new product they can sell, and Wizards of the Coast is selling their product. Everyone's winning at this point in the game. Now, Wizards of the Coast is getting more money, more cash flow, they have a more certain future. They want to take control of their destiny. I want to take control of my destiny. Let's take control of distribution. Let's take control of distribution by not relying on these hobby shops, not relying on Target and Walmart. Let's open up our own retail stores and sell directly to people in brick and mortar. Let's do that. So they have the Wizards of the Coast Game Center. I grew up in Seattle. I spent a good amount of my time as a child at Wizards of the Coast Game Center. You walk in, there's this Shivan dragon overhead. It's fucking awesome. A bunch of gaming on top. You go underground into the cavern and there's draft queues firing up and land StarCraft going on. If not for the Game Center, I don't know if I would be playing. Wizards of the Coast opens these small retail stores all across the country and malls. South Center Wizards of the Coast is where I used to go F&M with my brother in 7th grade. Everything is good in the hood except for one small problem, and that is the retail operation is not profitable. Not a game killing problem. So it's either unprofitable or not very profitable. Some of them are unprofitable. It doesn't matter though, because it's a loss leader. In business, a loss leader is something where I take the loss up front, I take the L up front by teaching people, because remember, the reason that they want these is to take control, but also to teach people. They know if someone sees it on the shelf, that's one thing, but I want you to see someone play and say, hey Trev, sit down next to me, I'll show you how to play, it's real simple. And that's why they took control with the retail stores. So it's okay if they're losing money on me up front, they're losing money on their retail operation up front, because they know they're creating super fans who are gonna come back for years and years and spend more money. That's the loss leader concept. We're gonna lose money on the front end on these retail stores, but we're gonna make money because we're gonna sell more of our product overall over time through all of our distribution channels. But what if, and this is how we get to the present age. Jesus, it's super flooded up here. Fucking mana flooded. Turn around. This is how we get to the present age. What if Wizards of the Coast can have you and me and the super fans take the loss leading for them. We take the L for them while they still control tightly distribution and they still reap the rewards on the back end of increased product sales. We take the risk, we take the low profit margin, We take the losing operation. We take the high risk of failure. They take our hopes. They take our dreams. They sell us on this business. Oh, you want to be an entrepreneur? Oh, you're a super fan, open a magic shop. We'll take care of you. We'll show you how it works. We'll make you successful in business. You can have your own store. You'll pick your own hours. Nah, that's not how it works. Is most fail because if it wasn't profitable for Wizards, why would it be profitable for us? Really? It's like we're running retail operations and why don't you do it for us because it was so successful for us, right? It's so obvious. They stopped so that we could do it for them because it was going so well for them or because it was not going so well for them. You tell me, right? But Trav, there are some very successful LGSs. There are some successful LGSs. There are a lot, and the failure of new business, especially retail, brick and mortar, is astronomical anyways. So is it really higher for LGSs than other? Maybe, maybe not, but I have an inside view as well. My LGS, I live in a rental property owned by the owner. They own 2 stores, this city, the nearest city. One of those stores is not profitable. The other covers the other store. And really, they're all being floated by my rent money, the rent money from the rental properties. They look successful on the outside because they've existed for so long, but they're just being offset, they're just being paid for by rent. So many LGSs do not have rental properties to back them with, to pay for them, right? They actually have to make real money or they have to quit and go back into the workforce. Which they do. LGS is closed down. And then there's a vacuum. Oh my God, there's no LGS in town. I have an opportunity to finally start my dream business. I'm going to do it. And that's where the body toll builds up. That's where the record gets left in your wake. That's where the lives get burnt. So that's my take on it. If it was so successful for Wizards to run retail operations, why did they hand it over? I believe it wasn't. I believe it was a loss leader and they want us to take the L for them and we go along with it. So basically, what's my takeaway here is I don't see that lasting forever. Or maybe there's so many super fans that are willing to climb on the last pile of bodies to build their own LGS that it doesn't matter. You tell me. I just want you to know before you open your own LGS, this dream that's been planted in you of owning your own card shop, I want you to know the truth, a little bit about the history, and a little bit about what goes on. I'm not an LGS owner. Talk to other LGS owners first, right? There's a bunch of LGS owners on YouTube. Talk to them. Correct me if I'm way wrong. Wizards of the Coast, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not gonna shill for you, so. Bottom line is I like Wizards of the Coast, I like Magic. I really want my LGS to exist. I pay money into it. I'm going tonight, right? But at the same time, it's just hard to watch and it's something that needs to be said. So let me know what you think. Share this video, agree, disagree. 50-50 chance it's on right. Fuck, Magic for good, Magic for bad. Have a blessed, wonderful, sunny day. And that's the truth about, the sad truth about Wotc'S LGS business model.